I feel like the biggest gap in the birth control realm right now is lack of understanding on how this all works. How is it going, my loves? It's Alyse Parker here, and today I'm going to be talking about all things natural birth control. I want to start this video by sharing a little bit about my personal birth control journey and story. So years and years back, when I was a young teenager, I'm 26 years old now, I was first getting on the birth control pill. I ended up being on the pill for about 4 consecutive years, and I remember not really being educated at all about any alternatives. And so I was on the pill for about 4 years, and then I started diving into more of a natural lifestyle. And so it wasn't long before I started to question, well, what about birth control? What other options are out there? And I basically just went down this rabbit hole of looking into alternatives, and I found a book called Taking Charge of Your Fertility. I'll link it down below. Incredible resources in there. So now I've been using natural birth control for the last 5 years of my life, and I am extremely passionate about educating other women on this topic. There's kind of a lack of information out there, so I'm gonna do the best that I can within this video to really support you in learning how the heck natural birth control actually works. And if you've been here on my channel for a while now, you may remember that about 3 years ago, I filmed a natural birth control video. I'm no longer using that device anymore. I stopped using it last year because there was kind of a customer service situation, and I just wasn't too fond of the way that they handled it. And I basically found myself looking for a new form of natural birth control, which is when I stumbled upon Natural Cycles. So Natural Cycles is the first and only FDA cleared birth control app, which is pretty crazy. I'm so excited to share with you that this video has actually been sponsored by Natural Cycles, which you know what that means, that I get to share a special discount and gift with you at the end of this video and in the video description, so stay tuned for that a little later. And just to totally clear the air, I've been on YouTube now for about 5 or more years, and I've only partnered with a handful of companies. There's really only 2 circumstances in which I will partner with a company, which is if I have already been using their product or service before they reach out asking to sponsor a video, which has been the case with Natural Cycles. I was using their app and their thermometer for a while before they reached out, or if a company reaches out and it just hardcore aligns and something that I'm so interested in trying out for myself and sharing with you. So I just want to be totally transparent with that. I also want to share a disclaimer that there are so many different birth control methods out on the market, and there is no one size fits all. This is the method that I have chosen based on my lifestyle, my values, and what works best for me at this point in time. And as with everything that I share here on this channel, I always encourage you to look into your options and really feel into and research about which option is going to best work for you personally. Okay, so let's talk about effectiveness. There is not one form of birth control that is 100% effective. With Natural Cycles, when used perfectly spot on to all the instructions they share and exactly how to use it, it's 98% effective, which is actually pretty incredible. If somebody's not following it to a T, it's 93% effective. So how exactly does this work? You have an app, you have a thermometer. How are you going to prevent pregnancy if that is the goal? Which, by the way, Natural Cycles, you can either put in that you want to plan for a pregnancy or prevent pregnancy. So how does it work? Within every female cycle, there are 6 days that you are fertile. So that's your ovulation day, when your egg is being released, and the 5 days prior to ovulation. Those are the only 6 days that you can get pregnant within your cycle. So the Natural Cycles algorithm within the app that they have tracks your fertility on a daily basis when you're taking your temperature. Right after ovulation, there is a noticeable rise within your basal body temperature. So every single morning you take your temperature with the Natural Cycles thermometer. You want to be taking your temperature before you get up and out of bed. that is what will make it the most effective. And then you plug your temperature into the Natural Cycles app and you see either a green day or a red day. A green day means that you are not fertile and you do not need to use protection during intercourse. This does not prevent against STIs, so that's important to know. This is about birth control in general. A red day means that you are fertile and that you need to use additional form of protection if you are going to have intercourse, or you can completely abstain from intercourse during your red days, and that would be the safest way to engage with this practice. So within the app, you can also track your mood, you can track your pre-menstrual symptoms, you can also track your intercourse, so the days that you do have sex and if it was withdrawal or not withdrawal. You can track your cervical fluid. There's just so many different things that you can track within there, which the app takes into account all of that. You can also see a graph view of all of your past cycles that you've been plugging in, so you can see that your temperature rises and falls, and you can see the trends and actually get in touch with what is happening and really be aware of what changes take place during different times of the month and of your cycle, which is probably my favorite part of the app, is actually getting to learn more about my body and what's really going on here. So since I have partnered with Natural Cycles for this video, I was able to receive a discount for any of you who want to try this method out. So you can go ahead and use the code Alyse Parker at naturalcycles.com to receive 20% off and a free thermometer, or you can just click the link in the video description, which will take you right there and has the code already applied so you can receive your discount. And another reminder that this is the method that I have chosen that works best for me based on my values and my lifestyle. And as with everything, the more that we are educated, the more that we can be empowered. I know there's so much talk about natural methods are not as effective as condoms or other like hormonal methods. And if you actually look at the statistics, it's all about using the method that you are using efficiently and properly. That's like the underlying thing here. So if you're not using the method that you're using to a T, if you're missing some of your pills on the pill, or if you're having sex on days that you're fertile, obviously it's not going to be as effective. So I just want to make sure that that message is loud and clear, and that the best thing that we can do, whether you are wanting to go towards a natural, more holistic form of birth control, or just wanting to learn more about it, is to really immerse yourself in how this actually works. So I hope this video gave you a little more insight onto how it works and the effectiveness and the process, and maybe a little inspiration to dive in and try a new method out. And definitely continue furthering your understanding on this topic. It's really, really, really fun to become empowered and more understanding of what's actually taking place within your body, within your cycle, and how you can work with yourself towards the goals that you have. That's going to wrap up this video. Be sure to click the link in the description if you want to see more info and try Natural Cycles out for yourself. Let me know in the comment sections what your thoughts are on this topic, and let's get the conversation rolling. I'll chat with you there.